What's the craziest punishment a teacher gave because their pride was hurt? I was a sophomore in high school when I had Mr. Peterson for chemistry. He was one of those teachers who clearly thought he was the smartest person in every room he entered. He had this stiff, formal presence and made a point to correct anyone who didn't address him exactly how he liked. Mr. Peterson, no exceptions. No sir, no Mr. P, no teach, nothing casual. It was always about respect, but it felt more like control. One day during a lab session, my partner Alex, who wasn't exactly a troublemaker, was trying to get Mr. Peterson's attention while measuring out some chemicals. In a totally casual tone, he said, "Hey, Mr. P, does this look right?" Time stopped. The room went dead silent. Mr. Peterson slowly turned around like something inside him had snapped. He walked right over, locked eyes with Alex, and said in this quiet, icy tone, "What did you just call me?" Alex looked confused at first, then realized what he'd said and immediately apologized. "Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it," but Mr. Peterson just smiled. The kind of smile that doesn't reach the eyes. "Since you're so comfortable being disrespectful, let's make this a teachable moment." He made Alex get up from his seat and go to the whiteboard at the front of the room. Then, in front of the whole class, he ordered him to write, "Mr. Peterson is my superior," 50 times. Not 5, not 10, 50. While the rest of us sat there in stunned silence, trying not to make eye contact. Alex stood up there for a full 10 minutes, scribbling the sentence over and over while Mr. Peterson lectured us about academic respect, professionalism, and the hierarchy of the classroom. It was humiliating. Not just for Alex, but honestly for all of us. The tension in the room was unreal. Then, just when we thought it was over, Mr. Peterson walked back to his desk, sat down, and said, "Because one of you can't follow basic respect protocols, the entire class will now have a surprise test tomorrow. Chapters 7 through 10. We hadn't even started Chapter 7 yet. A few students groaned. One girl quietly said, "That's not fair." Mr. Peterson stood up again, clearly annoyed, and said, "If you have time to complain, you have time to write. I want a 10-page essay from each of you, typed, double-spaced, on the importance of respect in academic environments. Due Friday. No excuses." At that point, people were visibly upset. A few kids were whispering to each other. Alex looked like he wanted to crawl into a hole. I remember thinking, this guy can't be serious. But he was. He collected our labs and dismissed us without another word. That night, Alex told his parents everything. And to their credit, they didn't just brush it off. They were furious. They called the school board directly, not just the principal. The next morning, when we arrived for chemistry, the principal was standing outside the classroom door. Mr. Peterson never showed. We waited awkwardly for about 15 minutes before another teacher told us that class was canceled and to report to study hall. By the end of the day, the school sent an email saying Mr. Peterson had been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. 2 weeks later, we had a new chemistry teacher. She was younger, friendlier, and, most importantly, not a power-tripping control freak. It wasn't long before word started spreading that this wasn't Mr. Peterson's first meltdown. Apparently, he'd been reprimanded at 3 previous schools for similar behavior. Public humiliation, personal punishments, power plays. Each time, he barely avoided getting fired and somehow moved on to another school. In the end, trying to force respect out of us only made him lose all of it. And this time, it cost him his job.